NKTelco Sports welcomes you to high school basketball tournament action. This game brought to you by Minster Bank, Keyhole Pizza, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, Hometown Opportunity, Buckeye Ford, First National Bank, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. This is an NKTelco Sports production.
Good evening and welcome to Lima High School for tonight's district semifinal action between the Marion Local Flyers and the Spencerville Bearcats. I'm Jeff Henshin. Alongside me this evening is Ron Cruzy, and we have two teams that come in with very good records on the season. Marion Local 15-8, Spencerville 18-5. Ron, these teams met about a month ago. The Bearcats won a close game. Is it going to be enough to carry them tonight, or is Marion Local going to have a little bit of revenge factor and try to upend them here now in tournament?
Right. Spencerville won that game 58-55, and that was at Marion Local. This is the third straight tournament meeting between these two schools. In 2015, in a Division IV district final game, Marion Local defeated Spencerville 65-54. That was at Wapak. And in 2016, in a Division III sectional final, Spencerville defeated Marion Local 51-43 at Van Wert. The Flyers defeated number 7 Delphus Jefferson 63-57. That's how they got here. And they're led by 6'2" junior Tyler Mesher, who's averaging 16.9 points a game and 7 rebounds. And 6'4" sophomore Nathan Bruns, 11 points a game, 6.8 rebounds. 6' junior Tyler Pringer, 8.3 points a game. And the number 2 seeded Spencerville Bearcats, to get here, they beat number 7 seed Delphus Jefferson 63-57. The Bearcats are led by Dakota Pritchard at 18 points and 5 rebounds a game. And Bailey Croft, he's a senior, 12.1 points a game, 9.1 rebounds a game. And senior Gary Schralicki averaging 8.2 points a game for the Bearcats.
Both these teams are on good tradition in their schools, basketball programs, and as you mentioned, both very familiar with each other, not only in regular season matchups, but as you mentioned, they've ended each other's seasons the past 3 years. So one team, it's going to be 4 in a row this year. Someone's going home, and one team's going to move on to the district championship here at Lima Senior High School. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Marion, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
Welcome back to Lima Senior High School and Spartan Gymnasium for tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Marion Local Flyers, Nathan Bruns wears number 5. He's a 6'4" sophomore. And for the Spencerville Bearcats is number 5, Daniel Corso, a 6'2" junior. Wearing number 12 is Colin Everman, a 6'4" 6-foot junior. Wearing number 13 for the Spencerville Bearcats is a 6-foot senior, Gary Schrelicki. Number 22 for the Marion Local Flyers is Matt Rethman, 5'9" sophomore. Number 31 for the Bearcats, 6'4" senior Dakota Pritchard. '24 for the Flyers is Tyler Prenger, a 6-foot junior. Wearing number 33, 6' 6" senior Bailey Croft. Tyler Mesher wears number 32 for the Flyers. He's a 6'2" junior. And for the Bearcats, number 41, a 6'5" senior Griffin Croft rounds out the starting lineups. The Flyers of Marion Local are coached by Kurt Gottemiller, assisted by Greg Neatfeld, Andy Smith, and Mark Ronnenbaum. And for the Spencerville Bearcats, head coach Kevin Sensible, assistant coach Matt Goki. And before we have an opening tip, let's go through our keys to the game, sponsored by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference.
For the Marion Local Flyers, the first thing they need to do, inside offense, they must continue to get points from Tyler Mesher inside. Second key would be contain Pritchard. Dakota Pritchard averages 18 points a game. They must account for him every time down the floor. For the Spencerville Bearcats, rebounding battle. Spencerville must out-rebound Marion Local. Bailey Croft averages 9.1 rebounds, while Nathan Bruns and Tyler Mesher average 14 rebounds between them for Marion Local. The next one is defensive pressure. Pressure Marion ball handlers, don't allow them to get good looks at passing lanes.
Thank you, Ron. The tip belongs to the Flyers. Bruns baseline. The Flyers turn it over in their first possession. Opening turnover and going down the other way and getting fouled is Daniel Corso. So Corso steps in front of an errant pass by the Flyers and takes it aggressively to the basket, and he is fouled by number 22, Matt Rethman, his first.
Marion Local averages 12 turnovers a game. Right there is a quick first one.
At the foul line is number 5, Daniel Corso, and his first one is up and in.
Whereas Spencerville only averages 9.5. Anytime you can average under 10 turnovers a game, it's pretty good ball handling.
Corso good on the first. The second one in and out, no good. Rebounded by Mesher. The Flyers, the visitors tonight, the blue jerseys, yellow numbers trimmed in white. Spencerville Bearcats, the home team, white jerseys, black lettering trimmed in red. Flyers will try to get a shot off this first possession. Bruns inside, entry pass to Mesher, a little miscommunication, right idea, but it's a turnover, the second in 2 trips.
Right, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers, but at least that was an aggressive one, trying to get the ball inside. I think that's what they have to do.
Speaking of getting inside, the Bearcats have some size inside. Both the Croft boys at 6'5", 6'6", respectively. Dakota Pritchard is 6 feet 4 inches, so definitely some height, if you will, for the Bearcats. Bruns for the Flyers at 6 feet 4 inches, followed up by Mesher at 6'2". Long possession for the Bearcats, the real first offensive set, and they turn the ball over, so 3 turnovers so far by each team, and going to the distance and getting fouled is number 12, Colin Everman.
I tell you, Jeff, these teams are so even on paper that a lot of times when that's the case, it's going to come down to who plays the best defense and who shoots free throws the best.
First free throw by Everman is good. He's a very good free throw shooter, Ron, making his first of 2.
He's an 80% free throw shooter for the season.
5 points a game on average for Everman, and he makes both the Flyers on top 2-1, as each team now has attempted 2 free throws, and Marion Local, being the benefactor of making both, has an early 1-point lead as we've played a minute 20 seconds here in this district semifinal basketball game. Nice backdoor cut. Pritchard up and in. Assist, I believe it was from Bailey Croft. Good hard cut by Dakota Pritchard.
And that's what you see when the defense is overplaying the passing lanes, you're going to see backdoor plays, and that time they got caught, no help to the weak side.
Boy, bad news for the Flyers. A little travel violation there. The feet move before the ball is released. Third turnover already, and when you turn the ball over, Ron, you don't get a chance to score. Sherlicky with the ball up top to Croft.
And you can really see the Flyers getting in the passing lanes, denying passes, so they're subject to the backdoor play. But when they do that, they have to have help rotating over from the weak side.
Corso baseline, tough shot. He gets his own rebound, and then he is fouled. And that's going to be the first foul against the Flyers, Colin Everman. Almost looked like Corso maybe got fouled in a drive to the basket. Rebounds his own missed shot and gets fouled in that attempt. So 2 quick fouls for the Flyers. The Bearcats keep this possession. Sherlicky loses the handle, gets it back. Finds Griffin Croft. Nice move around Bruns, off the mark. Rebounded by Everman. And the Flyers down the court. Remember, 3 turnovers already. This time they shoot a 3-point shot by Tyler Pringer. And the Flyers regain the lead.
So when they haven't turned it over, they've scored.
And Pringer, the leading 3-point shooter on the season for the Flyers. As there's a near turnover. It's saved by Sherlicky, blocked by Nathan Bruns. Goes out of bounds. It will stay with Spencerville. That last triple by Pringer, his 43rd made 3-point shot on the season. Ron, he shoots it at 35%. I think you like those numbers when you're hitting threes at 35%.
That'll work. You translate that into the 2-point land, and you got a high percentage.
Bruns blocks it out of bounds. It stays with the Bearcats as we approach the 5-minute mark of this first quarter.
I would figure out probably around 53, 54%.
Going to the basket is Bailey Croft, and travel violation. So good defense by the Flyers. They've really forced the Bearcats to force offense to use a lot of clock, and nothing really coming easy for the Bearcat offense.
And you look on the other side of the floor, and the Bearcat defense is right up in their face also. So it's very even 2 teams here.
Corso a little too tight there, and on a crossover, meets up with the Flyer point guard and commits the foul. For Corso, his first foul, team second. Another near turnover, this time Ruthman able to corral it. Losing his balance a bit, Everman drags the back foot.
So that's 4 turnovers already for the Flyers, and we're not even 4 minutes into the game.
A good crowd here at Lima Senior High School, home of the Spartans. Both sides well represented tonight. The Bearcats in the black and red, the Flyers in the blue and yellow. Again, these teams know each other well through regular season. As Ron mentioned earlier, this is the 4th straight year in a row these teams have met in tournament. And there's a turnover, trying to get the ball into Bailey Croft, goes out of bounds. And the game's first substitutes, number 3 for the Bearcats, Drew Armstead. Armstead is a 5'7" sophomore.
So I would say early in the game here, you can contribute some of the turnovers maybe to nerves until they get settled in, but you got to give the defense a lot of credit also.
Losing the handle are the Flyers. Another turnover. Bearcats force the issue, get an interior pass. It's knocked away. Dakota Pritchard's pass was knocked away, and it's another turnover. And there's another travel, so it's almost faster on, and I can say it, and very uncharacteristic of each of these teams. I mean, this many. The Bearcats under 10, as you said, on the year. They've got about half that here in the first quarter. Marion Local probably a little over half.
Yeah, Marion Local's at 6, and Spencerville's at 4, so you got 10 turnovers total in the first 4 minutes.
So a little sloppy right now, and the low-scoring game, if you will, is representative of that, as not many shots have been taken. Needing help as Armstead. He finds teammate up top. Pritchard inside pass to Griffin Croft. His shot missed, rebounded. Flyers, again, good defense. Croft trying to find a crease, could not come up with one.
Marion could use a shot. They've only taken 1 shot from the floor, and that was a 3-pointer, and they made it. The other 2 points came from foul shots.
Mesher drives. There's a shot you talked about, and there's a basket. 100% field goal shooting, but just 2 shots in the first quarter for the Flyers.
But it's not good when you have more turnovers than shots.
No, it's not, but they do have a 4-point lead, do the Flyers, as we approach the 3-minute mark. Armstead gets rid of the ball. Bruns playing tight defense on Croft, and he is going to be fouled on the drive. So Bruns will pick up his first foul. Now 1 of 3 Marion local players with a foul. And in for the Marion local Flyers will be number 23, Kyle Koenig, a 6'2 senior, the first Marion support player to enter. And also number 12, Doug Everman was in there. Who else came in? 24, Pringle was in there already.
I can't catch his number.
23 is Koenig is in. There's a pull-up jumper off the mark by Pritchard. Rebound belongs to the Flyers. Jack Beanie, number 14 in the game for the Flyers. No, he's not either. I'm sorry, it's 24. All right, we'll let it go and watch the Flyers go to work here. They scored on their last possession. There's 21, Ryan Toby. There's the new support player. Toby from the elbow off the mark. And the first field goal missed by the Flyers. It's rebounded by the Bearcats. And with the basketball is Dakota Pritchard. He is our leading scorer at 18 points a game. Schrelicki gets it inbounds to Bailey Croft. Tough shot, well defended by Kyle Koenig. It is missed, so good defense by Koenig. The Flyers were on a better job defensively, allowing just the 1 shot.
So Bruns has had his rest. He's at the scorer's table ready to come back in.
Good move by Mesher, quick off the mark. And a good rebound by the Bearcats. Schrelicki down, gives it back to Dakota Pritchard. Interior pass intended for Bailey Croft, and he ran into either Koenig, I believe it was, and kind of disrupted his cut, if you will. And the ball goes out of bounds. Another turnover as Bruns comes back into the ball game. And also for the Flyers, number 15, 6'5" senior Matt Kalig. Kalig coming in also now for the Flyers.
Yeah, he threw it where he thought Croft was going to be, and Croft got
Cut off.
screened and couldn't get to the ball.
3-point shot by Koenig off the mark. Bruns with 1 foul needs to be careful. Long pass down the court to Schrelicki. His shot no good. And a little too aggressive on the rebound is Griffin Croft. He's going to pick up his 2nd foul. So Griffin Croft, a 6'5" senior, will check out. And Ben Dews, number 53 for the Bearcats, is a 6'3" junior, comes in for Griffin Croft.
So they give up a couple rebounds a game there with that substitution, not maybe a point difference.
Rathman up top to Koenig. Bruns now with it on the left wing. 60 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Flyers lead by 4. Everman back outside to Collig, and it's swung over now to the right corner. Again, good defense by the Bearcats.
Yeah, basically an open post offense, dribbling, driving, and kicking it out.
Rathman strong on the shot, and the Bearcats secure the rebound. Dakota Pritchard finds an open teammate, and this time they connect with Bailey Croft. Croft at just over 12 points a game, his first 2 points of the game.
And that was all set up by the dribble penetration where the help had to come from Croft's man and left Croft open right on the block.
Marion Local pulls it out. The final 15 seconds. They will go for the last shot with a 2-point lead. Everman with the basketball, under 5 to go now. They got to get something working here. Not much time. Deep 3 by Collig is off the mark. And that's your 8-minute buzzer after the first quarter. Your score, Marion Local 7, Spencerville 5. We'll be back with more district semifinal basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
Jump, jump. What? Oh, come on. Set.
Plastic surgery is very expensive today.
Jet!
Jet?
Come on, shoot him.
Need more bandwidth? Switch to NKTelco and run all your devices.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you.
Welcome back to the second quarter. The Spencerville Bearcats with the basketball. They trail by 2, and Ron, both these teams really average a lot of three-point shots or shoot the three-point shot quite a bit. Both teams average 15 attempts a game. Bearcats went the first 8 minutes without a three-point shot.
Yeah, they average making 5 a game, and Marion comes in just under 5 a game.
Boy, nice move by Ben Dews. Nothing fancy, just couldn't get it to drop, but good shot by Dews. It's rebounded by the Flyers. Kotlik lost the handle, regains it. His triple is off the mark, and a foul is going to be called against the Bearcats. Number 31, Dakota Pritchard, the 6'4 senior, picks up his first foul.
And there we have another example there. If you hesitate on the 3 and shoot it, or if you drop it and pick it up, fumble it and pick it up and shoot it, very seldom do they go in.
And timing is off, and at that distance, a lot of it's rhythm and timing, and it was disruptive, but maybe it worked out good for the Flyers as Bruns misses. They do pick a foul up on Dakota Pritchard on the rebound. Just his first foul, he's their leading scorer, but Marion Local cannot capitalize, missing the field goal, and Pritchard loses the handle, had a nice move, just lost his footing going around Bruns. Another turnover for the Bearcats. Entry pass down into Mesher. Boy, that's a quick turnaround.
Yeah. I tell you, he's a strong kid down low. He gets a lot out of a 6'2" body down there.
Remember, he's going against some guys at times a little bit taller than him, but one thing Mesher has is some size to him. He's 235 pounds, but appears pretty good footwork. Takes advantage of his skill set down there and uses that to his benefit.
I think you've touched on the key right there, Jeff, is the footwork. Very quick feet. And when you're playing inside, you need quick feet. I don't care how tall you are, but it sure helps you out down low.
Another turnover for the Bearcats. And the Flyers with a 4-point lead. Any point in this possession would give them their largest lead of the game. They've led by 4 through most of the first quarter. As Mesher, his baseline jumper, no good. Defensive rebound by Bailey Croft. Croft nearly double-double in the season, just over 12 points a game and 9 rebounds. Schrolicki finds Corso. Corso back to Schrolicki. Pritchard off the mark. Bruns with the rebound. So the shooting woes for both teams really continue.
For Spencerville, they were 2 of 9 in the first quarter. Now they're 2 of 11 overall.
And none of them have been three-point shots.
No.
So they've worked it inside, just have not got it to drop. Mesher top down. Bruns the assist. Mesher the basket.
Nice job of moving the basketball there, and a nice look by Bruns.
That was a beautiful pass. It didn't have a lot of room, and you want to make sure you get the ball in the shooter's hand where they want it, not where the defense is at. Sometimes that art or that thinking is not as important as it should be. That time it was a beautiful entry pass, and Mesher off to a good start here with 6 points now. The first three-pointer by Bailey Croft, no good. He gets his own rebound. It is missed. Rebounded by Bruns. Entry pass in, another nice pass. Basket by Mesher, his 8th point. Coach Sensabaugh will take a full timeout. We'll take one with him. You're watching district semifinal action here on NKTelco Sports.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Welcome back to Spencerville, to Lima, where Spencerville has called their first timeout. They trail by 8, and Tyler Mesher has put up some very nice possessions here to help his Flyers take a 4-point lead and make it 8.
Yeah, he just seems to have a knack inside. You know, at 6'2", he's going against guys 6'6", 6'4", 6'5", and he still gets the job done.
Good defense by the Flyers. Bruns timing the entry pass, knocking it away. The pressure for the Flyers, except for probably the one-time round where they got beat back door, it's been pretty rock solid. They've really been in the Bearcats' face and contesting a lot of their shots.
Yep.
Well, on cue, though, number 31, a leading scorer on the court at 18 points a game, makes his 4th point on a nice driving move. Tough to stop that. Much needed basket following that timeout, so Coach Sensabaugh gets what he wants. His defense comes up with another turnover. Pritchard with the basketball, goes strong to the basket. Whistle, 2 shots coming up. Foul will be called against number 24, Tyler Pringer. Pringer, his first foul, and 2 free throws coming up now for 6'4" senior Dakota Pritchard.
Yeah, they said they didn't get out of the way in time or was moving when they got hit, but gave him the shots.
Pritchard now with 5. He's a very good free throw shooter as well. 73% from the free throw line. Along with those 18 points as he makes both free throws. Also hands out nearly 3 assists. So he can do a lot of things with the ball. Obviously he draws a lot of attention, and that way helps making those passes to his teammates maybe a little bit easier because the double teams open up shots for his teammates. And
does a little bit of everything on the offense, leads them in scoring. But the other thing, defensively, he's always
in
got
the right
ball
place.
pressure. He
Blake
had that
came up with the
steal.
last steal.
Yeah, he got the steal to draw the foul.
Mesher shot challenged by Dews. And the Bearcats, following the timeout, have run off 4 straight. They have a chance here to cut what was an 8-point lead down to 2, and they do. Dakota Pritchard, there's a reason he scores 18 a game, and that's off the dribble, tough to stop, and the Bearcats have responded nicely here in the second quarter.
He's got a shoe missing there.
And that shoe belongs.
Number 5, Daniel Corso.
So they will give him the opportunity.
Might want to tie it. There you go.
You'd be surprised, Ron.
Yeah, no, I probably would.
They don't lace the spout belts up like they used to, do they?
No, they don't.
And you know why I'm considering spout belts? That was a shoe you marketed for a while, I think, back in the early 80s.
Yeah, Avia.
Avia, that's right, Avia. Bought a pair of them in the 7th grade. Runs for 3, doesn't shoot many. His 10th made 3-pointer of the season. So kind of points from an unfamiliar spot, if you will.
And he can take those about any time he wants to, being 6'4", 6'5" out there, and the way he jumps.
Dews with the basketball, kicks it back out, needs to get out. He does, avoids a 3-second call. Loose ball, Bruns ties it up. And the possession arrow, I do not see it lit up.
Going to
Should
Marion.
go over to Marion because you're right. Spencerville had it to start the second quarter. Turnover gives the ball back. So after Spencerville ran off
Now,
7.
you say the possession arrow, is that little red light?
Oh, I see
there
it.
it is, down below.
I see.
There it is, yeah.
Was one on the other side of the scoreboard too. I didn't see it. So nonetheless, the Flyers with the basketball following the turnover committed by the Bearcats. Another good entry pass, and Mesher is fouled. So 2 shots coming up. Coach Sensabaugh not happy with the call. It will go against Ben Dews, his first.
Mesher's a 65% free throw shooter on the season. And like we said before, he averages 16.9 points a game. Has 8 points so far in this game.
First one is good. So the Bearcats run off 6 straight. Bruns hits a triple. And now Mesher, the free throw, a basket here. This next free throw attempt would give Marion a 5-0 run and push the lead back to 7. And it is now 7, 18-11, just under 3 minutes to go.
So Mesher comes out.
Koenig comes in. Also Ryan Toby right now putting pressure on Dakota Pritchard. Pritchard goes right by into the baskets. Flyers nearly caused a turnover, but Croft able to maintain the basketball for the Bearcats. Pull-up triple from Pritchard off the mark. Loose ball run down by Everman. And the Flyers add to their 5-0 run, make it a 7-0 run. Bucket by Everman.
Nice
he rebounded
drive.
the ball in the deep corner. Good job by Everman, Ron.
Yeah.
Going the full length of 84 feet and getting rewarded with the layup.
A nice little scoop finger roll.
Biggest lead of the game, 9 points right now by the Flyers, 20-11. 120 seconds left until halftime. Ben Deuce turnaround shot. Nice move by the 6'3" junior. Doesn't score a lot of points a game, 3 a game, 2 rebounds. Gets his first points of the game to cut the lead to 7. Bruns, boy, no help side defense. Nice move, good court awareness by the 6'4" sophomore. Going left. A lot of people don't like to do that when you're right-handed, but he took advantage of what was a wide open lane, if you will, and no help side defense from the Bearcats.
Yeah, he saw the baseline open and he took it, and nobody came over to stop him.
Bailey Croft in a bind.
Whoa.
Eventually he gets a shot off. He misses it. Koenig with the rebound.
He was under there a long time.
He was.
And they just kind of walked away from him.
Tyler Pringer's three-point shot, no good. And the Bearcats will walk it across the timeline. They will cross midcourt with 60 seconds left. They trail by 9. Schrelicki, he will be fouled. That will go against Tyler Pringer. Pringer picks up his second foul, team's 5th.
So Pringer and Bruns go out of the game now.
Mesher and Rethman back in. Just under a minute to go. Neither team has been in the bonus yet. There's a touch and it goes over, so
Yep.
tough break there by Ben Dews. If you touch it, that starts your possession basically, and when he went over the 10-second line, it was over and back.
Yeah, he had both feet and the ball on that side, and his momentum carried him over. Took one step over to brace himself, and that was the fatal fault.
Bruns back into the game for the final, what could be maybe the final offensive set of the half for the Flyers.
Yeah, they're spreading it out. They'll take a layup here or the last shot or both.
Flyers have outscored the Bearcats 15-8 here in the second quarter. There's a nice pass. Basket by Mesher. Assist by Ryan Toby. Pritchard hops into the lane, no good. Battling and coming away with the rebound is Colin Everman. Down the court to Bruns. And they will call the hop travel there on that end. Pritchard got the big hop, and it's hard to tell what Bruns did. A similar play, but he gets whistled for the travel. And with just under 9 seconds to go, it'll be Spencerville basketball.
You might want to keep that in mind, the way they spread the floor out there toward the end of the game. If Marion would have a lead, they made it look pretty easy there, penetration and dishing off.
Pritchard steps in and shoots a left-handed three-pointer. Nearly it drops, and there's your second quarter buzzer. A good second quarter for the Flyers. They'll take a 11-point lead in the halftime, leading 24-13. We'll be back with second half action here on NKTelco Sports.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West staff, your partner in business.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
Welcome back to Lima Spartan High School, where the Marion local Flyers enjoy an 11-point lead over the Spencerville Bearcats, 24-13. With our first half stats, here is Ron Cruzy.
For the Marion local Flyers, they were 9 of 19 from the field, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 4 of 4 from the foul line. They had 13 rebounds and 8 turnovers. For the Spencerville Bearcats, 5 of 20 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the foul line. They had 10 rebounds and 9 turnovers. So both teams a few more turnovers than they normally average. Marion at 12 average, and Spencerville averages 9.5, and they're already there in the first half. So
well, the Flyers, although had a lot of their turnovers in the first quarter, Ron, did much better taking care of the ball in the second quarter, and when they did, largely in part to Tyler Mesher, got some nice passing into Mesher, and he finished. They shot the ball much better, shooting just under 50% compared to Spencerville, only hitting at 25%. So a lot of work to do for the Bearcats. Fortunately for the Bearcats, they've got a lot of time to catch up just the 11-point deficit, but they need to shoot the ball better, and the Flyers defense has been pretty good. It's very few open looks. Pritchard has 8 points, but he's had to basically work for all of them, and
he didn't really get those till the second quarter.
Yeah, they came late, and he had a good stretcher. He got some offense going, but the Flyers finished the second quarter well, and right now the 11-point lead at halftime as the Bearcats open up with Pritchard going to the basket. His shot is missed. Bruns with the rebound, and he is fouled, and that's going to be a third foul on Griffin Croft. He sat out much of the second quarter with 2 fouls. That is not a foul. How do you want to say that a senior should commit knowing you have 2, because 3, Spencerville's going to let him go, but 3 almost puts you on the bench for a little bit to start this third quarter. But right now he's on the court with the 3 fouls.
Yeah, he's going to leave him in there, and we'll see how that plays out.
Bruns with the rebound for the Flyers, and he gets fouled. So the Flyers, with their first offensive look, is a 3-point shot taken by Bruns. He misses, and on the rebound, Everman fouls the Bearcats. And for Everman, he will pick up his second foul. Tyler Mesher leads all scorers with 12 points. 8 points, as I said earlier, from Dakota Pritchard leads the Bearcats.
Marion still in a tight man-to-man, getting in every passing lane they can get. And there's a deflection by Mesher.
Ball stays with the Bearcats underneath their own basket. Pass off the hands again. Bruns comes away with it, and being uncontested because Croft can't challenge with the 3 fouls. Bruns takes advantage of the easy layup and scores his 7th point.
Yeah, that's where the 3 fouls came in to hurt him, because otherwise you could foul him before he gets there and they just get the ball out of bounds.
Stays with the Bearcats. They now trail by 13, so their possession's more critical now. They need to get some offensive rhythm started. The entry pass into Bailey Croft, and it results in points. Bearcats looking for the foul. Croft does score his 4th point.
He's kind of long and lanky, and you think he takes a while to get going, but when he does, he really gets to the basket well.
Good hands by Daniel Corso. He comes away with the steal. The Bearcats give it to Pritchard. He attacks the basket and is fouled. So good job defensively by the Bearcats following the basket by Bailey Croft, and going back to the free throw line is Dakota Pritchard. Bruns for the Flyers picks up his second foul. And the free throw by Dakota Pritchard off the mark. Again, a very good free throw shooter at 73% on the season. Makes 1 of 2. And it's to a 10-point lead. 26-13 was the largest lead in the game, 13 points.
Now they're trying the high-low action there with Bruns and Mesher.
3-point shot off the mark by Pringer, and the Bearcats can get the lead into double figures with a field goal this possession. Boy, two 3-point shots by the Flyers, and when they don't go in, you wonder, well, should they move the ball inside? But the defense comes up big here. We'll see once now if they fire a 3 or maybe try to dump it into Mesher.
There he is.
And they dump it into Mesher. Mesher with 14.
Now, one thing that does is it should clog up the middle then and possibly leave the outside shots open.
Yep, give you a little bit more spacing. So the Flyers answer a bit of a comeback by the Bearcats, and the defense again forcing another Bearcat turnover. The pass a little too strong, and Griffin Croft will sit down with the 3 fouls.
Flyers are in the passing lane, so they have to throw it over the top, and that time just a little too high.
Not looking for the ball and coming away with the steals. Gary Schrelicki. Schrelicki the steal and the score. Schrelicki, his first bucket of the game. He came in averaging around just over 8 points. They need him to pick up his offense. He starts it with his defense and finishes with his offense for his first 2.
Yeah, nice steal there by Schrelicki. We're back into Mesher.
That time Mesher's shot challenged by Ben Dews, and Dews made it difficult for Mesher to get a high quality shot off. And again, the Bearcats a chance here to get it to single digits. Croft nestles his way in.
Looks like Croft is using his arm to hook the defender there. I noticed that in the first half. It wasn't called. That time it was very plain. We didn't call it there either.
6-point lead. Marion Local just a few minutes ago had led by as many as 13. So Bearcats defense came up big with a steal the last trip. We'll try to tighten up on defense here again and force Marion into a difficult shot. We're just under halfway through the third quarter.
Very patient with the basketball, good ball movement. Now they get it inside.
Coming over on the backside, Dakota Pritchard. Good timing on his shot block of Mesher, but it goes out of bounds, so it will stay with the Flyers.
Mesher does a nice job down there sealing his man when the ball is reversed. You have the defense sagging over to one side of the floor, and he seals, waits for the reverse pass, and then he's open.
Ryan Tobey just into the game, throws it inbounds for the Flyers. Nathan Bruns, 3-pointer, his second of the game, his 11th of the season. Shooting it very nicely tonight, 2 of 3. Not a high percentage during the season, Ron, but 2 of 3 tonight.
And they were uncontested here.
Pritchard strong to the basket, and he is fouled by Bruns, who will now pick up his 3rd foul. Bruns with 10 points, now with 3 fouls. So you can see where Pritchard now becoming more aggressive. We've seen him going to the basket here. This is probably his 3rd trip to the line at least for 2 shots, and he's made all but 1. And Bruns will sit down. Kyle Koenig, 6'2" senior, will replace Bruns, who again with the 3 fouls sits down with 10 points.
Yeah, he's going to have to probably sit for the rest of the quarter at least.
Making good on both free throws is Dakota Pritchard. He now has 11. Nine-point game. Flyers basketball is Drew Armstead putting some pressure in the backcourt against the Flyers point guard. Ryan Tobey brings it up. Koenig with the basketball back up top to Tobey. Cross court. They look for Mesher. There's a long skip pass.
So now we'll see who can pick it up from the outside. Bruns was picking it up, and they just can't go to Mesher every time.
Mesher turns around. He is fouled. Committing the foul is 6'3" junior Ben Dews. He touches the arm of Mesher, and back to the foul line goes Mesher with his 14 points and 2 shots. 6 feet 2 inch, 235-pound junior, short on the first throw.
That's their first missed free throw of the night. They were 4 of 4 in the first half.
Kolek back in for the Flyers, as is Shrelicky for the Bearcats. Just under 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Mesher misses both. Rebounded by Croft, and Dakota Pritchard with the basketball. His team trails by 9. Trying to find it to a pass of Croft. Luckily for the Bearcats, they come back with it. I don't think Croft was looking. Shot taken by Corso, no good. Offensive rebound by Bailey Croft. Another look here for the Bearcats.
Trying to force him to shoot outside, but he's not biting on that.
Shrelicky now back to Corso, and they will reset their offense as Corso off the glass. And he gets it, and there's a foul. The basket, I think, will be good. It's going to be a foul against the Bearcats. Corso with the basket, his 3rd point. And the 3rd foul of Ben Dews is picked up. A little too much body action, trying to fight for rebounding position.
Yeah, he's trying to keep Mesher off the offensive boards, and in doing so, he pushed him.
Rethman in for the Flyers again as Toby sits. A 7-point lead now as Corso, again, the high arcing shot off the bank board cuts the lead to 7. Koenig for 3. No good. Mesher battles. It goes off of the Bearcats. Corso, the last one to touch it, so we'll stay with the Flyers.
So Koenig tries a 3 and just in and out.
Pass inbounds to the Flyer. Pranger in trouble, gets it back up top. Now they get into Mesher. Quick turnaround, Strong, and a defensive rebound by Bailey Croft. He's pulled down a number of rebounds for the Bearcats, who trail by just 7. They trail by 13 early in the third quarter. Corso's triple no good. And committing his 4th foul will be Ben Dews, just too aggressive being on the outside run. It's hard to control that when you're basically being paid to go get the rebound, but with the 3 fouls, he's going to have to sit down now with 4.
Yeah, once in a while you just got to accept that the guy has position on you.
But you're not going to get it, and with that 4th foul, Griffin Croft comes back in. Griffin Croft with 3 fouls. And committing the fouls, Daniel Corso. That'll be the 6th team foul. So the next foul against the Bearcats will put the Flyers on the free throw line. Minute 28 left in the third quarter. Mesher's shot with the left hand off the mark.
Now you see Bailey Croft just stand there straight up. Mesher has to shoot over him or around him.
Or go through him. And
that's affecting that post shot.
Pritchard to the basket. A lot of contact and a charge. I think it was the right call.
Yep.
Just maybe a late whistle, but the right call made. And Dakota Pritchard will pick up his 2nd foul. You wonder if Mesher realizes maybe who's guarding him. If he realizes it's Griffin Croft with 3 fouls, probably not going to challenge near as aggressively as he would if he had none. You'd like to get the ball into Mesher with that matchup, but you can't commit wholeheartedly that you forget about the other guys on the court.
Yeah, I think they have Bailey
guarding. They do.
Croft on him now. Oh, nice move.
Mesher misses, gets his own rebound. He is fouled, and it's going to be on Griffin Croft. I think he reached in.
There we saw that quick move again. He didn't get it on the first try. He got blocked, but he stayed right after it, and that's what a good post player does. You know, don't get frustrated because you get a shot block. Go right at him again. That's what he did. Took the ball right to him.
With now 4 fouls, Griffin Croft, both him and Ben Dews with 4 fouls, as Mesher will check out with 17 points.
So Mesher will get a rest here the rest of the third quarter with 40 seconds to go.
Back to a 10-point Marion Local Flyer lead. Mesher at 17, a season average is 16.9, so he's right at that mark now with another quarter to go. Bailey Croft, nice move in the interior. Croft now with 8.
So he takes advantage right away that Mesher comes out.
Final 15 seconds, Marion Local with the basketball. Would like nothing more to go to the fourth quarter with at least an 8-point lead. Losing the ball, turnover, Pritchard with the basketball. Pull up 3-point shot at the buzzer and count it. 3-point shot by Dakota Pritchard, and the score at the end of 3 complete. Marion Local 34, Spencerville 29. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on NKTelco Sports.
When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting and long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. With locations in Lima, Findlay, Minster, Kenton, Defiance, Napoleon, Wauseon, Bryan, and Archbold, we are right around the corner from you. Visit us today and experience the Radio Hospital difference. We are simply neighbors serving neighbors, providing a refreshing alternative to high-pressure stores. Radio Hospital is your Verizon Wireless premium retailer.
Welcome back, fourth quarter. The Flyers lead by 5. Dakota Pritchard hits about a 30-footer, Ron, to end the quarter, and much needed bucket for the Bearcats, and exactly what the Flyers did not want.
Yeah, big difference. Difference of 5 points to lead compared to an 8. Big momentum changer right there.
Pritchard makes his 14th point on that long three-pointer. Marion misses on their first look of the fourth quarter. Good help defense from the backside by Bruns. Takes it away from Bailey Croft.
There he turned his back, and Bruns saw that and went down the double team, and reached down and got the ball.
Both teams basically man-to-man defense throughout tonight. Brethman with the basketball finds Nathan Bruns up top.
So now you have Bruns and Mesher back in the ball game. Bruns with the 3 fouls.
Brethman under just 1 minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass into Bruns, taken away and stolen. The Bearcats come away with the steal. Corso to the basket, kicks out to Strelicky. Strelicky, 3-point basket.
So the first 2 threes they've made have been the last 2 that they've taken.
They didn't shoot a three-pointer in the first quarter, and like you said, have hit their last 2. Field goal by Everman, no good. Rebounded by the Bearcats, a 2-point Marion Local lead. Corso with the basketball inside. It goes to Croft, his turnaround jumper, no good. Everman with the rebound, and a big possession here, Ron, for the Flyers. They have let a 13-point lead dwindle down to just 2.
That was a big defensive stop right there by the Flyers. See if they can turn that into points, but they can't.
Turnover. Bruns returns a favor, comes up with a loose ball, nearly a steal. Nice try by Nathan Bruns, but the Bearcats come away with it. Boy, that'd have been a good break for the Flyers if he could get the ball and go in for the score. Instead, it stays with the Bearcats in a 2-point Flyer lead. Croft has it knocked away, regains it.
Yeah, that time he didn't hook him with his arm.
Griffin Croft kicks out, 3-point shot by Corso, no good. Bruns with secures the rebound, and just under 5.5 left to go in this fourth quarter, and Coach Miller will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout, also a full timeout with 5:25 left. You're watching high school district semifinal action here on NKTelco Sports.
was very, very impressed by how easy it was to locate talent here in this area.
But it's also great for applicants, giving them a good chance to learn much more about the company than would normally be possible through other means of advertising.
There's definitely a great pool of applicants here, and I think you've done a good job at communicating opportunities within the community.
I would definitely recommend checking out Hometown Opportunity to find any careers that you may not know that existed.
Welcome back to Lima Senior Spartan Gymnasium for tonight's matchup between the Flyers and the Bearcats. And at the end of this game, Ron and I will be selecting a player of the game. That award will go to a Marion local player.
And that's sponsored by the Corner Cafe in Maria Stein.
Thank you to the Corner Cafe, and a lot of basketball left to go here, Ron. Give credit to the Bearcats. They maybe didn't play clean in the first part of the game, but they battled back, and they're within a possession away of tying the Flyers here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they've settled down a little bit. 9 turnovers in the first half. They only had 2 in the third quarter, 2 also here in the fourth quarter. So they've settled down a little bit, a lot better ball handling.
And they've made some shots.
Yeah.
They made a couple triples. The big one by Pritchard at the end of the third quarter from 30 feet. Gary Sherlicky opens up the quarter with a 3. And the Flyers get what they want, a shot from Mesher. It comes up empty, and Pritchard commits a second offensive charge. Standing in the way for the Flyers is number 22, Matt Rethman. Pritchard will pick up his third.
They haven't called very much. I think that's only the second charge, I think, of the whole game, isn't it?
I believe so, and they've both been called against Dakota Pritchard.
And there's been other ones pretty close on both sides, but...
Well, there was contact, and Flyers get the benefit of the call. Bruns goes baseline, cut off, tough shot, baby hook misses. And Bailey Croft with the rebound, and Pritchard now with the between the leg dribble comes down the court.
Marion has not scored a field goal here in the fourth quarter.
Turnover. So the Bearcats do not tie or take the lead. They led maybe back when it was 3-2. Since that time, Marion Local has held the lead. 3-point shot by Rethman.
That ends that drought.
Matt Rethman, a 5'9" sophomore, hits the triple. Big shot for Rethman. His team now leads by 5. Sherlicky gets it blocked by Bruns. Ball ends up, though, in the hands of Bailey Croft, who finds his way to the basket. Offensive rebound by Croft results in a 2-point bucket for himself. He is now in double figures with 10.
And Rethman's done a nice job out here tonight handling the basketball, getting the Flyers into their offense.
Shot blocked, rebounded by Mesher. No good, a little too strong. And it will go over to the Bearcats. They trail by 3 with 3:43 left.
Mesher's working hard down there. He's not shying away from the long arms of Croft.
Bearcats walk the ball up as Rethman will apply pressure now to Pritchard. Pritchard head and shoulder fake way out. Can't get to the basket though. Good job by the Flyers shutting down his path. Pritchard loses his footing. Loose ball, jump ball, and it will stay with Spencerville. A little wild possession there as losing his balance was Pritchard, and
very close to a turnover. If Marion was able to pick that up, they had a layup at the other end.
In for the Flyers, number 21, Ryan Toby replacing number 12, Colin Everman. 3:13 left. Sherlicky wearing number 13 with the basketball. Goes off to Corso. They get it inside to Pritchard. He goes right at it. And committing a foul is number 21, Ryan Toby. It's one of those cases, Ron, where your offense is going to win the battle when you lower your shoulder, evidently. That would have been the third charge called against Pritchard, and he initiated the contact, but the benefit goes to the Bearcats as Pritchard now his 15th point.
At the beginning of the game, when they got off to a slow start, Pritchard took over there for a little bit and scored like 6 or 8 straight points there, quick points. And now it looks like he's taking charge again.
A timeout called by the Bearcats. We'll keep it right here, and I'll let Ron go through our sponsors for tonight's game.
Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Sweeterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, Hometown Opportunity, 21 Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Sweeterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza. Scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, Think First. Keys to the game are brought to you by Bud's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. And we said before, player of the game, sponsored by Corner Cafe, and that will go to the Marion local player at the end of the game.
Thank you, Ron, and thank you to those sponsors that allow us to bring you this, and this is district semifinal action. The winner tonight will move on to come back for the district championship on March 11th at 7 p.m. They will play the winner of the number 1 seed Wayne Trace or the number 6 seed Bluffton Pirates. That game next after this one, so it's either Wayne Trace Raiders or the Bluffton Pirates to face the winner of this game. And right now it's a 1-point game. And the Flyers come down. They've had just 3 points scored in this quarter, a triple by Rethman. Bruns answers off the timeout. He now has 12 and much needed points for the Flyers. A 3-point lead with under 3 to go.
That's our first 2-point field goal here in the fourth quarter.
Pritchard, pull-up jumper is good. 18 for number 31, who averages 18.
I just have a feeling he's going to touch the ball.
I wouldn't know why not. He's their offensive leader. Very capable of almost carrying the offense by himself.
And he's a senior, and you can tell he wants to take charge of the ball game.
Bruns bounces off a defender and cashes in for his 14th. Good job of not running over the defender, but yet almost using him as a bumper, so to speak, and the good legs off the glass for 14. And Pritchard leans in and draws the foul against the Flyers. As they're called out of defensive alignment there, the foul goes against Rethman, his second.
So Pritchard, when he's covered, he draws the foul, or he tries to. That time he was successful in doing it.
That one short. Just his second miss, I think, of the night. Again, 73% from the free throw line. He shoots a three-point ball very well at 34%. And as I said, with all that, he still averages just under 3 assists. And we've seen his defense do some nice things as well tonight.
So he splits the pair.
19 for Pritchard. A 2-point game in favor of Marion Local. Bruns has scored the last couple baskets for the Flyers. Has a couple 3-point shots as well tonight.
Yeah, he's had 3 possessions where he's driven the baseline to his left. He's had good success with that.
Rethman's dribble off the mark. Pritchard attacks, pull-up jumper off the mark, rebounded by Bruns. And Marion Local survives that possession by the Bearcats.
They've had a few times where they could tie the ball game or go ahead, and unsuccessful.
A timeout, a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And again, tonight's game, Ron, is going to be, as you mentioned earlier, the 4th meeting between these two teams the past 4 seasons in postseason action.
It's actually the third.
Third time they've met, but throw in the regular season contest, these teams know each other very well. And you said it best, 3 years ago they were Division 4 and they met up against each other. Last year and this year, both these schools now Division 3. And last year, Spencerville, the victor in tournament. And this year, kind of the rubber match, if you will. Spencerville did get the regular season win this year. There was a 58-55 victory for the Bearcats on February 11th, so just about a month ago.
I think that was on a Saturday after both teams had played league games. And so you never know what you're going to get on the night after a league game. But, you know, we said before, on paper, they're very even. On the scoreboard, it turns out they're very even there also.
You mentioned the defense has come up big. Both teams well under their scoring average. Both teams usually score in the 50s to high 50s, and I don't think either team's going to make 50 tonight. As Coach Gottemiller will take a timeout. His offense not running as crisp as he's hoped for, so we'll take a timeout and come back with more basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting and long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. With locations in Lima, Findlay, Minster, Kenton, Defiance, Napoleon, Wauseon, Bryan, and Archbold, we are right around the corner from you. Visit us today and experience the Radio Hospital difference. We are simply neighbors serving neighbors, providing a refreshing alternative to high-pressure stores. Radio Hospital is your Verizon Wireless Premium retailer.
Welcome back. With 1:08 left to go. Marion's last possession following timeout run did not look good. They were fortunate to call a timeout here before they possibly lost the ball.
Yeah, they were a little uneven there, and we made a good timeout there to get them under control.
A minute to go, and Spencerville will play defense. Eventually, if they do foul, it'll be free throws. Spencerville has committed 8 fouls.
Now here's that spread offense we saw at the end of the first half.
First quarter, I believe it was, when they spread him and they drove and they got a nice dish, and picking up his 5th foul. Ironically, I don't know why he would be the one you would want to foul, but he's going to foul out. So with no points and 5
two
fouls.
strange fouls here in the second half. One to start the second half.
Yeah, when he reached in on help defense to commit the foul, and that one, you got a number of guys on the court with no fouls.
Yeah. And he goes out and fouls Bruns. He's a 55%. Excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong line there. He is a 73% foul shooter.
Big free throws here for the 6'4" sophomore. Good rotation up and in. 15 now for Bruns. He's had a nice fourth quarter. He's been an offensive spark. Pretty consistent throughout the night, but coming up big here in the fourth. Makes both.
Two big foul shots there. Under a minute to go.
4-point lead. The Bearcats will take a timeout. They'll have 1 timeout left. I'm sorry, they'll have 2 timeouts left. And we'll keep it right here. I'll let Ron go through our sponsors one more time.
We'll start with Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Sweeterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, Hometown Opportunity, 21 Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Sweeterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza. Scoreboard sponsors, First National Bank. Think First. Keys to the game brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference.
Thank you, Ron. Again, thank you to those fine sponsors that allow us to bring you this district semifinal basketball here from Lima Spartan Gymnasium. The Bearcats and the Flyers, each with 2 timeouts left. The Flyers have a foul to give. They only have 5 team fouls, so they can play aggressive, and as long as they don't foul the shooter in the act, they can foul.
We'll see if this is a set play. I would think Pritchard would be touching the basketball.
He hasn't touched it yet. He does now. Expect it not to leave his hands. Pull up triple from the left corner. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Tough shot. 22 points for Dakota Pritchard.
And timeout by Spencerville.
So 15.7 right now. I don't know if we'll put more time on the clock or not. Spencerville trails by 1, and they will be down to their last timeout. We will take one more timeout and come back with more basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Your parents have given you so much throughout the years. They were there when you won first place. Your first heartbreak. Your first car. Your first wreck. Graduation. Planning that special day. Is it time to give back? Give your mom the life she gave you at Elmwood.
15.7 seconds left. The Flyers, their slimmest lead since way back in the first quarter. 1 point on a deep triple by Dakota Pritchard in the left corner. His 22nd point. They call timeout.
And Marion calls timeout this time after they see the Bearcats defense that was set up.
Coach Gottemiller takes his 4th timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll be back with words from our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiederman Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiederman purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Welcome back. The Flyers have, you'd think, their best free throw shooters on the court. Look for Spencerville. If they don't get a steal, to foul immediately. They get in bounds. Rethman is fouled. About 3 seconds runs off the clock. So Rethman, big free throws coming up here. His team leads by 1. .63% shooter on the season. Not a lot of opportunities. 5 of 8. First one off the mark, no good. Koenig into the ball game, number 23. 12.7 seconds left. Rethman makes the second one, a 2-point game. And coach, nope, sorry, it'll be a timeout. Rethman will exit. Ryan Toby will enter. 12.7 left.
Well, Pritchard has the ball. I wouldn't look for him to give this up.
They have a foul to give. We'll see what's a Marion Local foul, and they do on the drive. Although Bruns picks up his 4th foul, kind of a tough situation there.
It's on the floor, so it's going to come down to an out-of-bounds play. As a coach, you've got to pick out your best one here, maybe something you haven't used yet tonight.
Each team with a timeout left, and Coach Gottemiller will call a timeout, a full timeout. 6.1 seconds left. Marion Local up by 2. We'll be back with the final 6 seconds here on NKTelco Sports.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony home management system. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
6.1 seconds left. Spencerville with the basketball. They do have 1 timeout left. Marion Local, no timeouts left, and Spencerville will take their final timeout. A full timeout again. Nothing has changed. 6.1 seconds left. A 2-point Marion Local lead. We'll be back with more basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to the Bearcats. have exhausted all of their timeouts. Likewise, the Flyers with none.
Now they're lining up differently here. They got Pritchard on the elbow, strong side. He's got it.
He's got an open look. Shot is short, rebounded by Mesher, and it goes off of Mesher's foot, I think. I didn't see what happened, but Mesher lost the handle, and that might be the end of the game, or else it could have been
There's no time on the
Spencerville
clock.
ball right in front of their bench, but
that's it.
There's your final, kind of a bizarre ending. The Flyers 44, the Bearcats 42. What a heck of a ball game here, and the Flyers escape. They will advance to play in Friday night's district championship. That game will be against the winner of our next game, or the next game here at Lima Senior, the Wayne Trace Raiders or the Bluffton Pirates. So, wow, the Flyers prevail. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here from Lima on NKTelco Sports.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Welcome back to Lima Senior High School, Spartan Gymnasium, where the Flyers have upended the Bearcats 44-42 with your final game stats. Here's Ron Cruzy.
For the Marion local Flyers, from the field, they were 16 of 40. From the three-point line, they were 4 of 12. Foul shooting, they were 8 of 11. Rebounds, 22. Turnovers, 11. For the Spencerville Bearcats, they were 15 of 28 from the field, 3 of 9 from the three-point line, 9 of 12 from the foul line. They had 24 rebounds and 15 turnovers. So I think the big numbers there, obviously 15 turnovers for the Bearcats to 11 for Marion local. And the other thing that sticks out is they both average about 15 three-point attempts a game. Marion had 12. Spencerville was held to only 9 three-point attempts for the ball game, making 3 of those, which is about their average of about 34%. This turns out to be 33%. And for the Marion local Flyers, 4 of 12, only 25% from the three-point line.
Yeah, defense, as you mentioned earlier, were probably going to be the key to this victory tonight. Maybe what defenses played the best. Each defense really showed up tonight and limited some good offenses to 44 and 42 points, and a lot of turnovers created and such. But in the end, the Flyers, and hold on, give credit to the Bearcats. They got down by 13 in the third quarter. Luckily had some time left, but they made a heck of a comeback. Never took the lead, got to within 1.
Yeah.
But the Flyers, bend but don't break, and you win on a one-possession game, and it comes down to the final shot.
Yeah, we thought it would be important for them to get it inside the measure, and it turned out it was. The first half, he was very successful underneath the basket. The second half, they did a better job defensively against him, but it didn't keep him from trying and putting up the shots, and that did open the outside up for Ryan Bruns, who ended up with a couple big threes there in the second half, and also some drives to the bucket, and he hit some crucial foul shots too down the stretch.
And that kind of leads us right into our player of the game tonight, and that award is going to go to a guy we just got done talking about. He came up big throughout the game, a big fourth quarter.
And that's Nathan Bruns. Had a very good game really on both ends. He got some rebounds, big rebounds for the Flyers. And like we said, point-wise, he came up big in the second half.
He finishes a game, or congratulations to Ryan Bruns. Nathan Bruns. He finishes the game with 16 points.
I think I called him Ryan too. We're so used to doing
Northern
games. We're talking about his brother, obviously.
Well, Tyler Mesher, also a nice night to 17 points for him, 16 for Bruns, 4 from Matt Rethman, 3 from Tyler Pranger, 2 from Ryan Toby and Colin Everman, their total of 44. And for the Spencerville Bearcats, A tough way to end his career. Dakota Pritchard, the 6'4 senior, finishes with game high honors, 22 points. Also in double figures tonight, Bailey Croft with 10, 5 from Gary Schrelicki, 3 from Daniel Corso, and 2 from Ben Dews, their total of 42. So the Flyers will move on. They will play Friday night against the winner of Wayne Trace Bluffton. That game will be at Lima Gymnasium, Lima Senior High School at 7 p.m. on March 11th. I would like to thank our crew this evening, which included Bryce Hamrick on our camera, and for my partner tonight, Ron Cruzy. I am Jeff Henshin. We hope that you enjoyed this telecast. Once again, your final score, Marion Local 44, Spencerville 42. Thanks for watching.